use them too effectively. He needs to kind of use their mobility a little bit more. That's one of the things that he did a little bit with. He moved the Wraiths in here a little bit while he was containing up here, and that was a really good move. But he needs to do a little bit more of that. Although it looks like he's given up on the Wraiths. We've got a Vulture drop incoming. Loaded up 3 Vultures. Another one is sitting there waiting to move out. Be interesting if he's able to move that into the main base and kill some drones. He could get himself really far ahead in this game, because even though he does technically, he's got a little bit better economy because he has these 2 bases. But Waffle is short on drones. He's only barely ahead. Oh, if he loses, okay. Dropship is going to get away. It looks like he's probably going to be able to plant some mines down here. And he's going to find that starport, so he may even kill off that starport. This is going to be a pretty easy position to defend, though. He's got those vultures on the ridge, and he's got mines planted on the top of the ridge as well. Overlord is slowly making its way there, slowly making its way in so they can see all those mines. And when that happens, we're probably going to see these. Oh, an Overlord speed upgrade finishes, so he's definitely going to be able to see those mines now. We're probably going to see him try and move up that ramp in just a moment. I don't think there's anything else in the area. He doesn't have any more raids or anything like that to try and take out that Overlord. And here he comes. Tank going siege mode on the top. He's got vultures in the way. That's probably going to be a good combination. He's probably going to be able to hold off these Hydras pretty easily. But there are a lot of Hydras, and they do have, it looks like, the range upgrade as well as the speed upgrade. So they are in good shape. But yeah, it's just too good of a position, too defendable of a position there with the mines and the vultures and such. And oh, nicely done, using actually Hydralisk to blow up a few of the mines and a couple of the vultures. And he's just holding on to that position for dear life. In the meantime, Waffle's actually moving his Hydralisk force around the other side, and around the other side to the top here. It's still not a very good position to move, because he moved into his base, because he's got this just very, very narrow corridor that's going to be going right into the siege tank fire. But he is pumping out a lot of Hydralisks now at this point, and just pumping them out. He doesn't have the Overlord in the area. No Overlord in the area. So he's going to have to deal with these mines just by reaction time alone. Oh, that's going to take out a few Hydralisks. And these Hydralisks are within range of those tanks. They are sitting ducks right there. Tries to move in. Whoa, Hydralisks sacrificing their lives, taking out a lot of mines. Not getting any of the tanks, though. Almost getting a single tank. But yeah, just kind of losing a lot of the Hydralisks without too much gain. In the meantime, he does have more Hydralisks back here. Curious if he's upgrading drop. No, I'd be expecting him to upgrade drop, but it doesn't look like he's going to be upgrading that. Still not that great of an economy here. Really, I think what would be advantageous for either player would be to expand right now. Really, Waffle needs to get another base up and get some more drones. Especially needs to get more drones on there a little bit. Definitely need more SCVs over here. He hasn't produced an SCV in like 5 minutes, and he does not have enough to really fully utilize all these mineral patches. They're about half done, so he should be thinking about expanding as well. Especially since he has a defensible position here. That would be a really good idea for him. But instead, he is going balls out here with some drops. He's dropping 3 vultures, a couple tanks, and an SCV. He's going to build turrets inside the base here and really set things up here. Now, this Overlord is over here, so he knows exactly what's going on. And in the meantime, these Hydralisks are going to come over to the other side and use that Overlord's vision to pick off that starport. He still has a starport in his main base, so that's not too big of a deal. He hasn't used that starport in a while. He's trying to take out this attack in the back of his base and has too many Hydralisks, so all those forces get taken out. And it looks like he's going to try and save that SCV. Picking up that SCV. Oh, but the dropship getting picked off by these Hydralisks on the other side of the ridge. Anyway, so the SCV was like, man, sweet, I got out just in... Ah! That's what the SCV said. Anyway, my roommate's probably just wondering what the hell is going on, because even though she's not asleep right now, she is at home. And, anyway. So, still continuing to pump a lot of Hydralisks. Not too much of an economy, but he's just utilizing all of his money here to produce a lot of Hydralisks. And really the reason he can pull it off is because phatyoungn has only been on 1 base this whole time. He's now getting up his 2nd base. Once he gets that 2nd base going, he's going to be able to do a lot more damage and be a lot more effective, especially if Waffle stays at 2 bases here. And let's see what's going on here. And I just noticed, I think I kind of noticed it before, but I didn't really pay attention to it. He's only mining gas with 1 drone here, and that's actually probably for the best, this situation because he has plenty of gas at the moment. He's not really using any gas-heavy units, so he doesn't need the extra there. But he's got a lot of Hydralisks now. Wow, that is a lot of Hydralisks, and that is really, really decent-sized Hydralisk force. I don't think, well, no, actually he's got plenty of tanks, so he could probably deal with that Hydralisk force pretty easily, especially with the mines in the way, and a couple vultures. So he's probably in good shape. Now we're seeing him thinking about getting that third base here. These drones are having a little bit of a meeting, deciding who has to sacrifice themselves to turn into a building. They're drawing straws right now, if that's what drones can do. Vulture checking out for extra bases at this location, but he's in the wrong spot, and this hatchery does go down. These 3 drones are going to sit here and guard the hatchery while it goes up. In the meantime, huge Hydralisk force pushing in here. He can't really, oh man, he just can't push down that corridor, and he can't push up that ramp. There's just no way that he can penetrate this area with just Hydralisk. And here we're going to see a bit of a slaughter. He's trying to move down that area anyways. He's moved in there. He's at least got Overlords to try and pick off the mines, but oh man. You can tell exactly where the extent of the range of the siege tanks are, because all the Hydralisk guts are gathered up in a giant pool right there. Oh man, complete slaughter. A few of them do get through somehow. Managed to get through a few shots taken at these tanks, but not a single tank killed in that whole exchange. And the engineering bay is running away from the SUV that's trying to salvage it. But wow. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you do not attack on the ground through a small area against multiple siege tanks. That was case in point why you don't do that. Wow, and really this would be probably a good time for phatyoungn to counterattack now, because he's got a few SCVs going at his second base, and he's got a lot of tanks. He should move out right now and do an attack while Waffle is vulnerable. Waffle doesn't have that force anymore. He spent a lot of time building up that Hydralisk force and then just completely lost it. And there's the drop. This could change things. How many does he have in there? He's got 1, 2, come here, 3 Overlords here, full of Hydralisks. Not a ton, but there's only a single turret. This is all the anti-air he pretty much has in his entire base. Okay, he's got another turret there. Not much at all. Just kind of cursory turrets, and he's actually going to go for a bit of a drop of his own. 2 tanks and 4 vultures this time. But if he were to drop Hydralisks on top of those tanks, instead of trying to attack move down this corridor, he'd be in really good shape. And look at this. Overlord's going over here, while the dropships go over here. Both of them are going to drop each other at the same time. Looks like we may see him actually drop the main. Marine is going to spot that. I don't know if he knows that there's anything in there, though. He may not react in time. Let's see what he's going to do. He's probably concentrating on his own drop down here, which he's going to try and run in and drop in the back of that base, dropping the siege tank within range of that sunken colony. The other tank getting glitched by the drones, goes through the minerals and gets destroyed. Ouch. Oh, man. So that drop not going very well. All in the meantime, his other drop going in here, he's targeting that starport. Dropship gets out just in time before the starport goes down, but then dies anyway, so no advantage there. It looks like he's trying to pull his tanks back here to try and kill them off. He's got a few of them sieged up in his main. Now the other rest come back. They're going to be able to clean up those Hydralisks. So I'm sorry, let's see, what was that? A dozen Hydralisks picking off a starport, doing a little bit of damage, but not doing a ton otherwise. And at the same time, basically both players not doing that well with their drops. Although it looks like those vultures actually killed off a few drones, because we don't see a ton of drones. He's having to pop some more drones here to refill that base. Not that there was a ton of drones there in the first place. And he's getting that third base going as well. So probably going to be looking good for Waffle here in the near future. He's got, oh, there we go, Lurker Tech going on. Lurker's not generally too good of an idea against mech, but you know, if he catches him off guard, especially with a drop or something like that, he could do a lot of damage. Especially, I'd really love to see him come in here and drop some lurkers over here. Boom! Just a nice little line down the SCVs there. Or the same thing might happen back here as well. And he's actually preparing for another drop by getting mining up all over his base. Tons of mines all on his base.